Hi, Brooke, Zara, Renee.
Hello.
Hello. So can each of you give me an update on what's been going on and what's been better?
I can say that my mom hasn't been terrible, and she did cook dinner one time and invited Zara's girlfriend over.
And I washed the dishes.
Yeah, my mom did cook dinner that one time, and although my mom did put in effort to cook, she still has not taken enough responsibility, in my opinion.
Really, Zara? I'm trying. This is a major change. It's not going to happen overnight.
Okay, so Renee, you did cook once since our last meeting.
Okay, so I'm going to start with Zara. What are your best hopes for our meeting today?
My hope is that Renee will leave wanting to do more for her family.
Okay, so if Renee wanted to do more for the family, what value would that add to your life?
It would mean that she cares enough about us to actually take care of us.
What would be different?
Renee would cook more than once a month. She would initiate things around the house instead of ignoring things and waiting for my sister to do it.
Okay, so you would know that Renee wanted to do more for her family by cooking more often and initiating to do household chores?
Yeah.
Okay, so Renee, what are your best hopes for us meeting today?
My best hopes for today are for my daughters to realize that I am a human and appreciate the effort I do put in to cook dinner and invite Zara's girlfriend over.
Renee, so if your daughters appreciated the effort that you did put in, what would be different?
My daughters would actually say, "Thank you, Mom, for cooking dinner. And I really appreciate your efforts in inviting my girlfriend over for dinner as well."
Okay, if your daughter said that, what value would that add to your life?
I would feel appreciated and feel that my daughters notice a change that I am trying to, from their perspective, to be a better mother.
Okay, Brooke and Zara, do you hear what your mother is saying to you?
Yes.
Yeah. I hear what she is saying. It's just hard to say thank you to her.
What makes saying thank you so difficult?
Well, for starters, I'm not used to saying that to her because she doesn't do anything to deserve me saying that to her. And that little bit of effort doesn't really warrant a thank you.
If your mom continued to put in the effort and make changes saying thank you or showing your appreciation would be easier?
Yes.
Okay, so Brooke, what are your best hopes for this session?
My best hopes for today would be for my mom to realize that she has to do more than what she has been doing. I understand that she can't change overnight, but it does feel like her progress is super slow.
Okay, if Renee did more, what value would that add to your life?
I feel like if my mom did more, I would be able to live the life of a woman in her 20s.
And what life is that?
I would be able to hang out more consistently with my friends, move out, and make mistakes, you know?
So if your mom did more for the family, you would be able to live your own life?
Yes, that's right.
So if you were able to live your own life, you would be pleased?
Yes.
Okay, so I have an unusual question to ask the three of you. Suppose tonight, as you were asleep, a miracle happens that wipes away all the problems that caused you to contact me. And instead of all those problems, Brooke, you were happy with your life. Renee, you felt appreciated. And Zara, you felt like your mom wanted to take care of you. When you woke up the next morning, what would be your very first clue that something was different?
Well, when I wake up, I would smell breakfast cooking in the kitchen, and when I got up to go to the kitchen, my mom would actually be there preparing it.
So smelling breakfast being cooked by your mom would be your first sign that something was different?
Yes.
And Brooke, what would be your first sign that something was different?
When I wake up to go to the kitchen to make breakfast, my mom would stop me and say, "It's cool, Brooke. You don't have to cook breakfast this morning. I got it." And then she would proceed to ask me what I wanted.
And what would you say to your mom after she said that to you?
I'd probably say, "Thanks, Mom," and go back to my room.
Renee, how would you respond if Brooke said thank you to you?
I would say, "You're welcome, honey." Give her a hug and ask if she wants me to stay in the kitchen with her to talk about her previous day.
And Brooke, how would you respond if your mom asked you to stay and talk about your day?
I would probably stay and talk to her.
Would sitting down and talking about you, Brooke, be different for you?
Yes.
Okay. And Renee, what would your first sign be that a miracle happened?
I would wake up and my children would know that I love them. When Zara spoke to me, she would call me mom instead of Renee. And Brooke and I would have a conversation about something other than bills, cleaning up the house, or my role as a mother.
So a conversation that doesn't contain the bills or household duties would be different for the two of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Renee, how would your children know that you love them?
They would know because I would be doing something for or with them.
And what would you be doing?
Maybe offer spending a day with them.
Okay, and what would you be doing in that day together?
We would go to the spa or go shopping.
Is going to the spa and shopping something that you already do together?
We do go shopping together sometimes, but not to the spa.
So Zara and Brooke responded with you offering to do something they normally do around the house. How could you incorporate what they said into what you would do to show them that you love them?
Well, instead of spending money on them, I could fold their clothes and put them in a basket near their door, or pay a bill without Brooke having to remind me.
Brooke, if your mother paid a bill without you having to remind her, how would that impact you?
I would feel relieved, and that she actually cares to take care of me and Zara.
What would you say to your mom if she did this?
I would say thank you.
Would her doing that show that she loves you?
Yeah, I guess it would.
Okay, and Zara, if your mom folded your clothes and set them next to your door, how would you respond?
I would probably say thank you, Mom, and give her a hug.
Thank you for sharing your best hopes with me and what that would begin to look like if your best hopes were realized. I'd like to start wrapping things up by asking you a question. On a scale from 0 to 10, with 10 being Renee feeling appreciated and Zara feeling like your mom is fulfilling her role and taking care of you, and Brooke feeling like she doesn't have to step in and be the parent and live her life, and 0 being the furthest possible thing away from that, where do you think you are now?
I think we're at a 3.
I think we're at a 2.5.
I think we are somewhere between a 2 and a 3.
Okay, so what lets you know that you're somewhere between a 2 and a 3 and not a 0?
Well, I think we are at a 3 because I do feel like my children love me, even though they may not say it, but I do not feel really appreciated, and I guess it's because I'm not doing the things they expect me to do.
It's not that we don't love you. We do. We just want more from your actions.
Yep. Yeah, Mom, we do love you. I think we are at a 2.5 because since our last session, my mom did put in effort to make dinner for me and my girlfriend. So from that, I think she can make more progress.
I'll choose somewhere between a 2 and a 3 because I can see the potential in my mom to do what she has to do to be a better mom, because I know that she took care of her mom.
Okay, so it seems like you all have done some things to put you between a 2 and a 3 instead of a lower number. Where would you like to be on the scale?
Well, personally, I would like to be at an 8.
Yeah, 8 sounds like a good place.
Yes, 8 would be perfect.
Okay, so what changes would need to be made in order for you all to move up the scale?
I think I need to take a step back so that my mom can take a step up to be a more responsible parent. I feel maybe sometimes I enable her so she continues to do what she is doing.
Yeah, I feel like if Brooke gave me room to be a mom, I could. Sometimes it feels like she wants to be a mom, so I just let her.
And I mean, I can start appreciating my mom for the small things on a weekly or almost daily basis. And I think my saying thank yous will help her and even encourage her to keep doing what she's doing.
So I don't have any more questions for you all today. If you all would like to come back, you can. I'm willing to meet with you.
Yes, we definitely want to come back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, we can meet in 2 weeks.
We sure can. Thank you all again.
Thanks.
Thanks.